Alright, doing a few ranked battles, and I'm in Kid. We're on the Islands of Ice. So we have 3 DDs, 2 cruisers, and 1 battleship on each side. Our side has a Xin Yang, a Chinese DD that can have either radar or smoke. Then we have a Kagero that is a Torp Japanese DD. The other side has 2 Loyangs. Now the Loyangs are an interesting Chinese destroyer that has really good hydro, and that hydro can reach out to 5.5, I believe, 5.5 kilometers. Alright, Xin Yang is just letting us know that he has radar, not smoke. So I'm saying, okay, I have smoke. So the two of us are headed toward Alpha Cap, and so we go buddy up together. Okay, CAG is telling us Torp's here. Well, now CAG actually has Torp Reload Booster or Smoke. So let's see which one he has. I said no smoke, CAG. Anyway, those Loyangs, they like to let you come in close enough to them that you're caught inside their hydro, and then they'll smoke up, sit in that hydro, and then they'll be popping off HE at you at a high rate of fire, and it can do extreme damage. And I've lost a few gun battles before I figured out their trick. Okay, so I verified that CAG does have smoke, no Torp Reload Booster. Alright. It's kind of important to know that, because you want to know what you can count on the other ship to be able to do. Alright, I let the Xin Yang know that we had something here, and it was one of the Loyangs. Alright, so right away I am smoking up, and then I'm sprinting ahead to try to get my Xin Yang covered up with smoke. Oh, but somebody out there has radar on us. Okay, who is that? There's Baltimore over there on the other side of that rock. Figures. Okay, well, we're heading over toward this rock in the middle of the cap. We'll be able to cover up. Oh darn, we have a Benson coming right around this corner. Okay, he is going to catch one or both of us with his torps. He sent them all at the Loyang. Got the Loyang. Loyang missed with his torp, or sorry, Xin Yang. Xin Yang missed, but I've got guns on him, and he's not going to get away. Alright, he's out.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Now I've got more torps coming from the other side from that Loyang. And another set of torps coming from the Benson that were a little slow on their way. So we just had them coming from all directions. Now the Loyang's got me in his hydro. He's just on the other side of this little island of ice block here. Unfortunately, now the Baltimore can see me too. Alright, I've got a very tiny window here where nobody can shoot at me, but they're going to try. On the other hand, I'm going to put a few shots on that Baltimore too. Alright, he is shooting at somebody else, so let him. I'd like to angle away and try to get out of that hydro. As you can see, that Loyang is just sitting there getting free shots at me, and nobody can see him. Alright, now I'm a harder target for the Baltimore, who is still shooting at the Prince Eugen, it looks like. Now we can see the Loyang. Okay, now he knows I'm coming back here. But let's see. We got one shell out on him. Okay, good. Massachusetts finished him. Baltimore has such a slow rate of fire that I'm not too terribly worried about her guns. However, they're bigger shells that I like to deal with, so she can take pretty big chunks out of me. Now he's got his radar up, so Mainz is not going to be shooting at me. I'm just out of his gunnery range. I cannot help my Massachusetts. Looks like Prince Eugen is going to go around and take out the Baltimore. I'll give a couple of shots over there. Yeah, we lost the Massachusetts. Massachusetts down. Okay, get a couple more shots into that. That's probably the last one that was going to hit. Yep. Alright. Prince Eugen. Prince Eugen is a German cruiser, historically significant for being involved when the Bismarck was battling, I believe, with the British ship the Hood, and I believe it was actually Eugen's shells that were the determining factor in the battle, but I could be misremembering the details. Alright, I can see that Mainz is over here, but I can also see the smoke here. And Loyang, yeah, see that RPF moved away from the Mainz, and it was the Loyang that was there. Alright, get a couple more shots on him. Using my throttle booster to kind of my throttle speed juke a little bit here. Okay, I need one or two more good shots here. Whoops. And don't take any torps. There, okay, got him.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Threaded the needle on the torps. Oof. Okay.
Problem solved, sir.
Mike's gonna get some shots on me. Hopefully not too many. Not too many more. Oh my. Okay, I'm in trouble here. Hidden by my smoke, but he was blind firing me, and now I've already used my damage control team. Okay. See if we can light a fire on this guy. Looks like somebody's lit one on him. He's taking damage. Our Kutuzov is shooting at him. Okay, good. There, okay. That makes me feel a little better. Okay, I got a fire on him. And he burned out. Good.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
I was getting worried because he has 6K hydro, and if I got stuck in his hydro, he was going to blap me for sure. Okay, well, there's a Bismarck out there still. Our Kutuzov can take Charlie Cap. Bismarck is off to my right, so he is moving toward Alpha Cap right now. How close is he? It's one thing RPF can't show you. Cannot show distance, also can't show how many. Just shows general direction of the closest enemy.
Engine boost deactivated.
Some people call it the poor man's radar. Okay, I was asking if Biz is AFK. Now we realize, nope, he's not. He just hasn't been fighting too hard. Been letting the rest of his team do it a bit. One of the Loyangs complaining, well, might as well be. Okay, well, he does have that 6K hydro, so I am going to stay
Our victory is in
as
sight.
far away from that as I can, still keep him spotted. So I'm going to work right around 7.5. Play around a little bit here, a little bit there. He knows my general direction because he knows where my torps came from. But he has to go somewhere, and he's going to try to go to Alpha Cap. In the meantime, Kutuzov is going to slide into Charlie Cap. By my keeping him spotted, Kutuzov knows that he can safely do that. I'll angle over to try to keep Biz spotted as long as I can, but honestly, we're going to win here soon. We're at about a minute and 15 seconds, give or take a little bit. Just checking on where his guns are. I'm not actually going to shoot. There's no way I want him to have shots at me. Be a dumb way to lose a game. Okay, he's going to go behind this island and I won't be able to see him. I will swing around here so that I can see just where he's going to and put torps into his general direction, but he is not a factor. Wasn't a factor in the game. Too bad for his team because our battleship did good work. Oh, Mainz is being mean publicly. I don't like when
Our team has taken the
people
lead.
do that. Alright, well I would comp that Prince Eugen if I could, but I am out of comps. This game is pretty much over. About 4 seconds. Clipped him, I think. Yeah. That was a good one. Alright, let's take a look at those stats. Well, only 34,000 in damage, but we did take 3 kills. Had 1 target hit right at the end there, and that got me that defended ribbon, I think. Assisted in 1 capture. And 68 hits on target with 56 of them full pins, 12 of them that splattered and didn't do any damage. Ended up topping the leaderboard with 1,500 base XP. So I was able to finish off the Benson, probably about half his health or a little bit more. Finish off the Mainz. It was pretty low health by then, caught him on fire. And then finished off the Loyang, who was also pretty low health. Got that 1 torpedo on the Bismarck. That caused 12,000 damage. And then put some shells on that Baltimore, and those that penetrated, I think most of my non-pens were on the Baltimore, and those that penetrated did cause over 4,000 in damage, and then a little bit more damage to that other Loyang. I fired a total of 205 shells, and I only hit 68 of them, so we're talking about barely a third. Yeah, I should be hitting better than that, in a DD especially. Alright, well I'll keep working on that. 14,000 damage on spotting, over 500,000 potential damage. So some of those were all those torps that were coming at us early. All right, so we're seeing Kid here on the Fjords map. She's looking a little bit drab in her seagoing getup, but she's been working hard. Sorry for my rusty voice, but I've been kind of sick all weekend. All right, so we've seen Leroy Jenkins before. I'll just gloss over the essentials here. So I'm using grease the gears to keep the guns on target. Preventative maintenance that reduces the risk of damage to my guns, steering and all that. Last stand, in case they do get knocked out, I can keep moving, and we saw that happen a little bit. Adrenaline rush, so when my health pool gets a little bit low, then I have a little bit faster reload time, especially on my guns. Superintendent gives me extra health, extra heal, and I use that. Also extra smoke and speed boost, which and randoms I tend to use those, but in ranked battles you just don't have enough time. Survivability expert gives me that extra health that I need, even when I don't have a heal available. Then I have that little extra little bit of health to get me through to the end of the fight. Concealment expert gets my concealment down to 6.8, which is just a little bit lower than the Loy Yang. And we saw that that came in pretty important. So I have a spot in him. As long as he's not coming toward me or I'm not going toward him, then he won't see me for a little bit. And so that doesn't give him a chance to use his smoke and hydro on me right away. And then RPF, radio location, that gives me the general direction of where people are. So I was able to see that other Loy Yang in his smoke. I knew he was there. I knew about where he was, so I could go hunting for him and catch him on my terms, not on his. Alright, so main armaments mod 1 helps keep my main guns from getting knocked out. And then my engine room protection helps keep the engines and steering gears from getting knocked out. It seems like they're always getting knocked out though, even so, but it makes you wonder how much worse it would be if I didn't have that. And I'm not willing to try it. Aiming Systems Mod 1 puts my shells into a tighter grouping, and so when they're aimed properly, which apparently I'm having trouble with, but when they're aimed properly, they do put more shells on the target, and that puts the other guy down faster than I'm going down. Propulsion Mod 1 gets me zipping along just a little bit faster earlier, and I can slow down more quickly, and that helps when I'm speed juking. And then finally, the Concealment Systems Mod 1, combined with the Commander's skills, gets my concealment down to a reasonable rate. And then I have Kid's Repair Party, her heal, and that is able to heal back a good 2/3, almost 80% of my ship. And so that's significant. So, uh, given if I take a torpedo, then I can heal back approximately half to 2/3 of my ship. If I don't take any serious damage, it's just chip damage from HE shells, then a lot of times I can get all the way up to 80% if I maximize my heals. So that's pretty incredible for a DD to be able to do that. Gets my HP pool up around 28,000, which is uh, pretty much the highest of the Tier 8 DDs as far as I know. And then my engine boost, which I trade out for, instead of having AA specialist, I go for the engine boost because I don't see the aircraft carriers all that often, and if I do, they aren't always focusing me. If they do, then bummer, oh well, but engine boost is helpful so many times that I'm glad I have it. All right. Well, it's been a little while since we've seen the kid. I've been focusing on grinding up a lot of lines. In fact, right now I am working on the French destroyers. So I'm working with fast destroyers, good guns, no smoke, but no heal. But come time for ranked battles, Kid is the ship to go to.